Grand Rising, everyone. It's your girl Shenell here. What it do? So, I'm making this video because it's gonna be a little different. I think. This video is going to be about some thoughts I've had regarding the dating scene for for me because I can't speak for everybody else. Um, I'm 41. I know I don't look it, but and I'm newly single, and a little backstory: my marriage ended about 2 years ago, and so I'm out here by myself, and I was a wife for shoot. I was with this man since I was 19. We did have periods where we were separated. Um, at one point, it was like 4 years of separation, and then we got back together, and it just didn't work out. So fast forwarded to where I am now. Um, I I wanted companionship. Okay, who doesn't want companionship? I wanted to feel like I wanted to feel loved by a companion, by a man. Um, I'm starting to wonder if that longing to have a companion stems from not having love growing up, not having love all my life, really and truthfully. Um, and the reason why I say that is because everybody, there are some people out here that are content with being single. And I never could understand that. Like, why would somebody want to be alone? Like, but then, me being by myself for the past 2 years, um, I'm realizing it's more peaceful when you're by yourself. You don't have the stresses of trying to figure out why this person spoke to you a certain way, or trying to figure out why this person is ignoring you or not returning calls or texts, or figuring out why this person did something. It's always something when you're dealing with another person, because we're two different individuals who are trying to come together, and I have my own mind and they have their own mind, and then it's just always gonna be something. While that is very entertaining, and it gives you something to do, or always have something to do or going on, it's not very peaceful. Whew. Excuse me, I just woke up a little while ago. And it's the weekend, so yeah, I'm chilling. I'm still in my bed. Y'all like my t-shirt? I got this when I was in Portland, Oregon earlier this year. I love it. It got all the zodiac on it too, in the different houses, and yeah. For all y'all astrological people, astrologers out there, you know what this is. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. I wanted companionship. I wanted a man that is like my best friend, and somebody that I could just be myself with. Somebody I don't have to hide who I am, or if I have like these freaky ass desires, I don't have to hide it from them, because I don't want to shatter their fragile egos. You know, I want my best friend. I want to be with my best friend. However, it don't seem like that's gonna happen. It seems as though every man I've come across, they have something wrong with them. Like, is everybody broken? And it's like, why don't people like work on themselves and try to heal from majority of the things that are wrong with them? Like I don't get it. So I'm realizing with what's going on in the world with men and how I just keep running into broken men, it's probably best that I remain alone. I realize while being alone is kind of lonely, it's stress free and it's peaceful. I don't have to be trying to figure out, is this person being honest with me about certain things, because spirit doesn't lie, and your spirit can read people's energies. Like, you know, our bodies are a vessel. It's kind of like a veil almost that prevents us from seeing a person's spirit. But if we take away our bodies, we would be exposed. All we would be is spirits. And I could see straight through you and you can see straight through me. We can see each other for what we really are. But well, that's what I imagine anyway. But with us being humans and in this body, oh my god, I'm so sorry. This is a terrible video. I'm just yawning. But you know, us being human beings, it's kind of hard to know if you're not tuned into your spirit. It's kind of hard to know if a person's being honest with you or not. If you're not good at reading energies or filling people's energies out, it's kind of hard. Well, I just happen to be blessed with the gift of being able to read people's energy a little more than I like to. And I mean to tell you, I keep running into men that have not healed from their past traumas. And they literally take that out on me over small stuff. Like, I might say something and they just take offense to it. And I'm like, I was not trying to offend you. Why are you getting so worked up? Or my favorite, they'll be like, calm down, calm down. And you're like, I'm calm. Why are you tripping? You know what I mean? Like, and prime example, I was talking to a young man, a man on the phone a few days ago, and while I was on my lunch break, and he was just like, hey, is your job hiring? Not for the same position that you have, but just are they hiring? And I was like, well, it's an accounting office, we do post accounting and things like that. So I said, I don't know if they really, well, first of all, his phone was breaking up. Let me put that on there. So his phone was kind of breaking up. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say? And he was like trying to tell me if my job was hiring. And I was like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying now. I couldn't hardly hear him at first. And so I was like, well, I don't think they're hiring right now for like accountants. He was like, well, no, I'm not talking about what you do. I'm talking about like, just for anything. And I'm like, oh, well, I think sometimes we do hire like temporary temps to do like stuff like scanning and things like that if we just get overwhelmed with work. But right now we're just not hiring like that. And he was just like, never mind, calm down, calm down. I'm like, what you talking about? I am calm. And it was just weird. He was like, I was just asking, it ain't that big of a deal. Because I proceeded to say, well, I can find out if they're going to be hiring for anything. No, it ain't that big of a deal. Just calm down, calm down. I was just asking, and I was like, I'm calm. Why are you getting so worked up about it? Like, I don't get it. And for me, that was like it was a red flag. It might have been a light red flag, but it was still a red flag that he just assumed that I was worked up and needed to be calmed down. I didn't get it. I really didn't get it. But let's just also add that this same young man also got upset with me. I would say aggravated, because he was telling me he had fruit flies in his house. And I proceeded to say, well, I did some research and was looking up, and they're not really fruit flies that's everywhere. Because at first I told him that those flies been everywhere. Like they're in office buildings downtown. They're everywhere, you know? And I was just giving him some advice on what to do to get rid of them. I told him about the little fly paper, the little, paper that sticks when they land on it, they stick to it. And I was also telling him about the apple cider vinegar traps that they have that will kill them. And he was like, that stuff don't work, that stuff don't work. And I said, you probably got fungus flies. And I say the reason why I say that is because those flies are everywhere. It's not just your house. I said I seen them. We didn't even have fruit out, and we'll have flies. And it's like, where are these bugs coming from? They're coming from the sewer lines and trash and things like that because they're fungus flies. They look very similar to fruit flies, but they're not. And he was like, oh, you talking about gnats? I'm like, no, I'm not talking about a gnat. I'm talking about fruit flies. People don't just have gnats in their house. Gnats are like outside when the grass been freshly cut, and it's like those swarms of gnats that people sometimes accidentally walk through, and it's like, ah! I don't know if I'm the only one that's seen those. But yeah, so he got aggravated with me. He was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. Those are not fungus flies. They fruit flies. I know. I grew up in somewhere. He was saying he grew up in the South or something like that. And I said, okay, well, we'll agree to just disagree. And, it's not a big deal. But he kept going on and on about it. And I'm like trying to tell him, well, you can look up what I said. I'm not arguing with you. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you can actually just look it up. I don't need to look it up. I was like, okay, well, I'll just change the subject because you're getting really aggravated. And that's not my intention, to aggravate you. But anyway, so it's just like I had to walk on eggshells. I'm over that. And then there's another young guy that I keep saying young. They actually all older than me. But then there's this other guy that I talked to, and I promise you, he doesn't seem that smart. I don't know, it could be his texting keyboard, or I don't know. But that's not really attractive to me if I can't decipher what your text messages mean. And then when I ask you about them, you get irritated with me and say, oh, how you gonna deal with a man if you get easily aggravated? I'm not easily aggravated. I'm just telling you that I didn't understand your text. And if you could maybe just use the voice recording function on your keyboard versus either talk, text, or texting, because your messages aren't making sense. Maybe I'm just too picky. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say it's all the guys I'm meeting. Okay. I'm going to take accountability. Maybe I am just too picky. And with that realization, I probably need to just be by myself. And when I have urges, I will just, I will figure that part out, but it just seems like it's too much. I don't want it. The energy that I'm getting from guys, it's just too much. It's like life ain't that difficult that you gotta make everything so serious, or that you gotta take offense to everything. Why can't I just find a guy that don't take yourself so damn seriously? I don't know. But anyway, I make this video just to say that, and I remember reading in the Bible somewhere, I don't remember, I probably have to look that up, where it was said that it is better to be by yourself. It's better to not get married. It's better to be by yourself. And I'm starting to realize that they was on to something with that. I don't want to deal with people and all their hang-ups and all of their insecurities and all of their ego trips, and like, it's a lot of shit to deal with. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not perfect by far. But I know I'm a peaceful person. I prefer peace over drama or disagreements. And it kind of makes me shut down and retreat and retreat, yeah, from a person when they're not a peaceful person, or when they just hell bent on always having a disagreement, or hell bent on arguing. And you know, another thing I realize is probably best for me to be by myself is, if you don't contact me in a day or 2 or 3 days, I feel like you don't like me. So then you come back after 3 days of being MIA. Hey, like everything cool. Go back to where you was at the last 3 days. The last 2 days. Like, bye, peace. But you didn't think about me, and I was the last person I contacted you last, and now you coming back 3 days. Miss me with that. I mean, some people may be okay with that, but for me, it's like, I'm used to your absence. There's no reason for you to come back at this point. So, yeah, I'm realizing, even though I would really like a man companion, would really like to have somebody that I get along with. He gets along with me. He likes being around me. I like being around him. He likes my sons, because we're a package deal. I love my little boys. That's package deal. I want that, you know. But if I can't find it, and I keep running into these dudes that got stuff wrong with them, got red flags flying all over the place, I'll just be by myself. It's more peaceful. It's lonely, but it's peaceful. And I find that I get a lot more work done when I'm by myself. When I'm not sitting there being sad that I don't have companionship, I get more work done. And that's that's always a plus. That's always a good thing. So anyway, if any of you out there feel the same way that I feel, or come to the same conclusion that it's better to just be by yourself, comment. Put that in the comment section, and let me know I'm not alone in this revelation that I've had, that it's better to just be by myself. Comment, like my video, share it. Peace.